Good day, this is Andrea, one of the members of Group 12. For introduction, we have Adrian Mones.
My name is Adrian Mones. I live in Cubao, Quezon City, and I graduated from Sumulong High School. My hobbies are playing basketball, cooking delicious food, and riding my motorcycle.
Hi, my name is Benjor Mercado. I live in Parañaque City. My hobbies are sewing and cooking.
Hi, I am Andrea Jean L. Aquino. AJ would be a nice nickname. I am from Las Piñas City and I am into crochet, beaded jewelries, and sometimes writing fictions.
Good day everyone, I'm Ken Alexi Baruga and I'm currently living in Mandaluyong City.
Hi, my name is Isaac Irol Puntonar, 19 years old, from Quezon City. My hobby is playing online games. I graduated at Carlos Albert Senior High School.
For today's chapter, we will talk about Chapter 12, Self-Concept and Lifestyle. Flashbacks. In Chapter 2, we identified a cross-cultural group called Global Youth, with similar values and consumption patterns across the culture. It is characterized by closeness and convergence in life, goals, and spending. Given its scope, this sector is appealing to corporations. Here in Chapter 12, we will discover a similar luxury consumption pattern which is termed the global elite. The global market for luxury is estimated at $2 trillion and growing. Brands such as Gucci, Armani, and Louis Vuitton are vying for their shares of this global market in the fashion arena. 4 fashion lifestyle segments emerged in a study that examined female consumers in United States, Korea, and Europe. The segments and their characteristics are conspicuous consumer practice of buying and using goods of a higher quality, price, or in greater quantity than practical. They love prestige brands. They value the status that luxury brands give them. They are concerned with others' opinion. They are less price conscious, willing to sacrifice to have a luxe brand, and believe luxe brands offer higher quality. They want search brands they don't know. Marketing emphasize should be prestige and status. We call it rich tita of 40s. May mindset na, if I have LV, people will recognize me as a rich. Yung mga ganitong uri ng consumer, nagpibase sila sa fashion line na matunog sa tenga nila na pangmayaman yung brand. Ganun. Utilitarian consumers refers to items that are priority for meeting certain purposes. Prioritize necessary needs over wants. This kind of consumer, they want comfort and functionality in their clothing. They feel that clothes shopping is a chore, which is very different from the other segments that enjoy shopping and searching for fashion luxury in different ways. They are price conscious, marketing emphasize should be function and value. Yung ganitong uri ng consumer, mas kilala sa tinatawag na thrifters. They are kind of consumer na takot gumastos ng sobra lalo na sa pananamit. Fashionable at affordable yung ukay-ukay kesa sa mga mall brands na clothing. Information seeker. Consumers actively collect and utilize information from internal and or external sources to make better purchase decisions. They want luxury brand as well as considerable time searching out information about luxe brand, including brands they don't know very well. They do so to keep with fashion and trends, which are things they are very interested in. Marketing emphasis should be quality and trends. Yung ganitong uri ng mga consumer. Ito yung parang Pinterest fashionista. People who searches for clothing na in fame. They want to make it look like branded. Pero in affordable way. Kasi naghanap sila ng mga other options kung saan yung mas mura. Pero maganda yung dating. Tsaka may brand pa rin kahit na mumurain lang siya. Sensation seeker. The tendency to pursue new and different sensations. The eye for fashion trend. The aesthetic and Y2K vibe. They value the aesthetic in fashion. Color is particularly important as is their belief that they have eye for fashion. They are less influenced by fashion information that are information seeker because they believe they know fashion. Marketing emphasis should be eye-catching, coordinated fashion. Ito naman yung mga creative consumer. Ito yung sumasabay sa fashion trend pero nasa ibang path sila ng fashion. Opposite sila nung trend ngayon kasi meron silang ibang fashion na pinapausap. Ganun yung dating no sensation seeker. Kasi sila yung mga consumer na willing mag-insert ng creativity at mag-take ng risk na magpasimula ng bagong ipapauso sa fashion. An additional aspect of the study was that how consumers reacted to fashion advertising was more influenced by their shopper lifestyle typology than by their country of origin. So, for example, whether from the United States, Korea, or Europe, women in the conspicuous consumer segment were more similar to each other in their reactions to luxury ads and brands than they were to those from their country but in a different segment, such as similarities across countries offer strong support for the notion of a global elite consumer who can be marketed to in a similar manner regardless of the country in which she resides, as shown as in the Delta Keep Climbing ad.
There's a reason every Odyssey is named after the Odyssey. Because the world's most famous story isn't about staying put.
If you come to find out who you are,
It's about being there.
may you find out who you are.
Taking chances.
And if you come to search for what is love,
Taking inspiration.
may you find it at any cost.
Taking off. At Delta, we believe in seeing a different point of view. From a different point of view. So for those who want a story to tell, we have a world full of places to start.
In this chapter, we will discuss the meaning of lifestyle and the role it plays in developing marketing strategies. If we say lifestyle, lifestyle is a way of expressing one's self-concept, the way an individual chooses to live, given the limitation of income and ability. It is heavily influenced by person's current and desired self-concept. Lifestyle, ito yung what we can get ourselves to live like what we wanted. Me, I honestly discover myself starts avoiding hanging out with friends, saying that I have things to do and starts hanging out with myself alone, especially doing my hobbies like restocking my beaded jewelries na binibenta ko online. And that is my current lifestyle na ina-apply kong hobby sa sarili ko. Therefore, we begin the chapter with an analysis of self-concept. Then we describe lifestyle, the way lifestyle is measured, and examples how lifestyle is being used in developing marketing programs. Moving on, self-concept. If we talk about self-concept, it is the totality of individual's thought and feelings, having reference to him or herself as an object, composed of the attitudes you hold toward yourself, individual perception and feelings toward yourself. In other words, this is how you treat yourself. This is how I treat myself. Attitude within you na nasa sarili mo lang pinapakita. Ito yung moment na minsan sinasabihan mo yung sarili mo na deserve ko to, tapos bibigyan mo ng punishment or bibigyan mo ng reward yung sarili mo until you get the satisfaction based dun sa achievement or mistake na nagawa mo. Diyan lumalabas yung self-concept kung paano mo tratuhin yung sarili mo based sa mga actions na nagagawa mo or how you get satisfied within you yourself. Kung ano yung ina-expect mo sa sarili mo na maipapakita mo. Parang ganon. Self-concept can be divided into 4 basic parts. We have the actual self-concept, ideal self-concept, private self-concept, and social self-concept. Dito sa actual self-concept, dito lalabas yung tanong na who I am now. How you can see your actual you, your actual self. This is sometimes describing yourself. If you see yourself not enough, not beautiful, or anything na negative, ikaw lang ang nakakakita nun. Because hindi naman lahat ng tao na nakakasalubong mo, ganun yung nakikita sa'yo. Kaya siya sinabing actual self-concept. Ito yung how you image yourself. Ideal self-concept. Dito naman yung question na who I would like to be. How I want other people to see me. Your self-motivators. Dito papasok yung mga desires mo kung paano mo gustong makita ka ng iba. If you want to be valuable as a person, you must value yourself first para ibavalue ka rin ng ibang tao na nasa paligid mo. Private self-concept. Dito naman yung how I am or how I would like to be myself. Part of you na ikaw lang ang may alam. One example of scenario is you don't like looking in the mirror kasi you feel insecure. Whenever you see yourself in reflection, parang nai-insecure ka sa sarili mo. Ganun. I also have this kind of thing na nangyayari sa akin in front of camera. Whenever I take selfie, something like that, I feel awkward. But I keep telling to myself na it's okay, no one knows. Ako lang nakakaalam ng awkward feeling na yun. Social self-concept. How I am seen by others or how I would like to be seen by others. Point of other people towards you. Before editing this, I asked several people to share their insights about me as their friend because I view myself as a rebound friend or substitute kind of friend that they only need me kapag kulang sila as a group. By asking them, I discover some reasons why I feel that way. I discover that they view me as a fearless and also having unfiltered opinions in any topics, insensitive, creative, and love to do things alone. That's why sometimes they keep their boundaries because my word hurts them. May nabasa ang confession. This is about her point of view sa friend niyang very attractive. Pero yung friend niyang yon has a lot of insecurities to the point na she thinks na yung friend niya is sobrang ganda. But this friend thinks sa sarili niya na hindi siya maganda. Word na ang pangit ko. No matter how she tried to lift that friend, palaging yon ang naiisip. And there is this specific time na dumating na yung thing na nakikita niya dun sa friend na yun ay nawala na because palagi niya sinasabi sa sarili niya na ayun nga, pangit siya. Pag iniisip mong pangit ka, other people will view that too. Iisipin din nilang pangit ka kasi ikaw mismo hindi ka naniniwala sa sarili mo na maganda ka. Kaya dapat palagi mong iisipin na beautiful ka para ma-view nila sa isip nila na you are a beautiful creature. There are 2 types of self-concept, interdependent and independent self-concept. The self-concept is important in all cultures. However, those aspects of the self that are most valued and most influence consumption and other behavior varies across cultures. Researchers have found it useful to categorize self-concept into two types, the independent and interdependent, also referred as one separateness and connectedness. Sa independent construal of the self, based ito sa Western culture. Independent self-concept emphasize personal goals, characteristic, achievement, and desires. Ito yung uri ng tao that can work things out alone. They have so much belief to themselves na kaya nila gawin yung mga bagay kahit walang tulong ng ibang tao. The interdependent construal of self is based on common Asian culture belief. Interdependent self-concept emphasize family, culture, profession, and social relationship. Ito naman yung mga tao na gusto palaging magkaroon ng papel sa isang grupo.
Another flashback. In Chapter 2, we identified a cross-cultural group called Global Youth. To emphasize its connection to this chapter, most cultures are heterogeneous and a lot vary on this dimension, even individual. In Chapter 2, hinati nila ito sa top 3 spending categories. With this, they found out that youth spends in product that help them define and communicate to their personalities. Women have more independent self-concept, which means women are more focused to their family needs, and this type of consumer can easily influence message preferences. Advertisements work best with its dominant type of self-concept. Consumption of luxury goods and the types of products preferred. For example, ads emphasizing acting alone and autonomy tend to be effective with consumers with interdependent self-concept, whereas advertisements emphasizing group membership work better with consumer with interdependent self-concept. Possession and extended self. Some products acquire substantial meaning to an individual or are used to signal particularly important aspect of that person's self to others. May theory dito na tinawag na extended self. Extended self consists of self plus possession. Here, people tend to define themselves in part by their possession. Some possessions are not just manifestation of a person's self-concept. They are an integral part of that person's self-identity. Ito yung attaching the self to tangible things. Example dito yung KMJS episode about K-pop merchandise, yung si Bea. Objects have meaning to the individual beyond their market value. Nagkakaroon yung mga objects na pag-aari mo ng value sa'yo. Products become part of one's extended self for a variety of reasons. Sometimes it become part of extended self has representation of memories and feelings. Gifts are often take on important meanings such as presentation of relationship. Some products become embedded with meaning, memories, and value as they are being used over time. A single peak experience, an experience that surpasses the usual level of intensity, meaningfulness, and richness and produces feelings of joy and self-fulfillment. Products that are acquired or being used to help consumer with major transitions such as living home. Pasok dito yung pagiging sentimental ng mga Filipino. Example, kunyari if you're having old cabinet, old washing machine, or anything na luma na from your household, kunyari household ng grandparents mo, transition nyo papunta sa bahay lang ng parents mo. Some parents, kinikip yung mga lumang gamit such as old cabinet, old washing machine, or yung timba galing sa pintura or yung timba ng bison. Kahit lumuma yan, hindi yan agad-agad papalitan kasi may sentimental value dun sa mga gamit na yon. Bibili ng bago, yes, but you can still see that old product around your house kasi never siya itatapon dahil palaging sinasabi na may memories na yan. Owning a product affects a person even if it does not become an important part of the person's extended self. Mere ownership effect, endowment effect, is the tendency of an owner to evaluate an object more favorably than a non-owner. Occurs most immediately upon acquiring an object and increases the time of ownership. Brand engagement extent to which an individual includes important brands as part of his or her self-concept. Example, I prefer Huawei devices for easy transfer of files. Concept of extended self and the mere ownership effect have numerous implications for marketing strategy. One is that communication that cause potential consumer to visualize product ownership may result in enhancement product evaluation. Product sampling or other trial programs may have similar results.
So let's move on to the next topic, measuring self-concept. Using the self-concept in marketing requires that it be measurable. The most common measurement approach is the semantic differential. Malhotra has developed a set of 15 pairs of adjectives shown in Table 12-2. These have proven effective in describing the ideal, actual, and social self-concept of individuals, as well as the images of automobiles and celebrities. Using this scale, determine your actual and desired private and social self-concept. So in this part, it explained that self-concept is very important because when you release a brands or products, you will consider if it is applicable to their self-concept and if they will make it and how will you offer it and how it will be popular to them. The next topic is the relationship between self-concept and brand image influence. Brand image can get seen as the interaction of the consumer in each and every aspect of the business form with the common understanding of many consumers. Self-concept is an individual understanding about self which gets shaped with time on one's own experience. So the relationship between brand image and self-concept is consumers prefer brands that match their self-concept. Here in behavior, explain that consumers prefer brands that match their self-concept. So marketers are developing products, images that are consistent with the self-concept of their target markets. Here in the satisfaction, explain that because the buyer thinks their self-concept is fit in this brand or product, they will buy it. So let's move on to the next topic, marketing ethics and the self-concept. The self-concept has many dimensions. Marketers have been criticized for focusing too much attention on the importance of being beautiful, with beautiful being defined as young and slim with a fairly narrow range of facial features. Virtually, all societies appear to define and deserve beauty, but the intense exposure to products and advertisement focused on beauty in America today is unique. Critics argue that has concerned leads individual to develop self-concept that are heavily dependent on their physical appearance rather than other equally or more important attributes.
I'm a forensic artist. Worked for the San Jose Police Department from 1995 to 2011.
I showed up to a place I'd never been, and there was a guy with a drafting board. We couldn't see them, they couldn't see us.
Tell me about your hair.
I didn't know what he was doing, but then I could tell after several questions that he was drawing me.
Tell me about your chin.
like it kind of protrudes a little bit, especially when I smile.
Your jaw?
My mom told me I had a big jaw.
What would be your most prominent feature?
Kind of have a fat, rounder face.
The older I've gotten, the more freckles I've gotten.
I would say I have a pretty big forehead.
Once I get a sketch, I say thank you very much, and then they leave. I don't see them.
All I had been told before the sketch was to get friendly with this other woman, Chloe.
Today I'm going to ask you some questions about a person you met earlier, and I'm going to ask you some general questions about their face.
She was thin, so you could see her cheekbones. And her chin, it was a nice, thin chin.
She had nice eyes. They lit up when she spoke.
Cute nose.
She had blue eyes, very nice blue eyes.
So here we go. This is the sketch that you helped me create, and that's a sketch that somebody described of you.
So yeah, that's...
She looks closed off and fatter. Sadder, too. The second one looks more open, friendly, and happy.
I should be more grateful of my natural beauty. It impacts the choices and the friends that we make, the jobs we apply for, how we treat our children. It impacts everything. It couldn't be more critical to your happiness.
Do you think you're more beautiful than you say?
Yeah. We spend a lot of time as women analyzing and trying to fix the things that aren't quite right. And we should spend more time appreciating the things that we do like.
The nature of lifestyle is basically how a person lives. It is how a person enacts her or his self-concept and is determined by past experiences, innate characteristics, and current situations. One's lifestyle influences all aspects of consumption behavior and is a function of inherent individual characteristics that have been shaped and formed through social interaction as the person has evolved through the life cycle. The relationship between lifestyle and self-concept was demonstrated in a recent study comparing various lifestyle-related activities, interests, and behavior across those with independent versus interdependent self-concepts. Desired lifestyles determines many of a person's consumption decisions, which in turn reinforce or alter the person's lifestyle. And additionally, this reflects the complex interplay between individual and environmental factors and can shape various aspects of daily life such as health, social relationships, and personal identity. Understanding and appreciating different lifestyles can help promote our diversity, tolerance, and mutual respect in society. For example, active versus sedentary. Active individuals may have better physical health, mood, and cognitive function, whereas sedentary individuals may be at higher risk for chronic health conditions, social isolations, and mental health issues. The next one is lifestyle and the consumption process. These two are closely related concepts. The first one is lifestyle determinant. First, demographics, subculture, social class, motives, personality, emotions, values, household life cycle, culture, and past experiences. Second is lifestyle, how we live. activities, interests, likes and dislikes, attitudes, consumptions, expectations, and feelings. And the last one are impact on behavior. First is purchases. This includes how, when, where, what, and with whom. Second is consumption. Where, with whom, how, when, and what. Next is the measurement of lifestyle. These attempts to develop quantitative measures of lifestyle were initially referred to as psychographics. This involves assessing various aspects of an individual's daily life, such as their habits, behaviors, preferences, and attitudes. This can provide insights into their values, needs, and motivation, and can help identify areas for improvement or intervention. Psychographics or lifestyle studies typically include the following attitudes. This evaluates statements about other people, places, ideas, products, and so forth. Second is values. These widely held beliefs about what is acceptable or desirable. Third is activities and interests. Non-occupational behaviors to which consumers devote time and effort, such as hobbies, sports, and public service and church. Fourth is demographics. Age, education, income, occupation, family structure, ethnic background, gender, and geographic location. The fifth is media patterns. The specific media the consumers utilize. The last one is usage rates. These measurements of consumptions within a specified product category. Often consumers are categorized as having medium or light users or as non-users. The fourth one is all about general versus specific lifestyle schemes. Lifestyle measurements can be constructed with varying degrees of specificity. At one extreme, marketers can study the general lifestyle patterns of a population. These general lifestyle approaches are not specific to any one product or activity, so they have broad applicability in developing marketing strategies for a wide range of products and brands. Luxury sports car Porsche examined the lifestyle of its buyer. What they found surprised them a bit because although key demographics, sample, high education, and income were similar across their buyers, their lifestyle and motivations were quite different. Second is technology. How technology is used by consumers is of critical importance to make marketers. Numerous technologies and internet lifestyle profiles exist, such as technographic segmentation scheme by Forrester Research.
VAL System. Strategic Business Insights or SBI VALS program is the most popular application of psychographic research by marketing managers. It classifies American adults into 8 distinct consumer segments based on enduring psychological characteristics that correlate with purchase patterns. Ideals motivate consumers to focus on their beliefs and principles, while achievement motivates them to purchase functionality and reliability. Self-expression motivates consumers to express their individuality through their choices, and experience motivates them to purchase experience. All segments. Innovators are successful, sophisticated, take-charge people with high self-esteem who prioritize new ideas and technologies. Thinkers are mature, satisfied, comfortable, and reflective. Believers are traditional and respectful and authority. They have little discretionary funds and a propensity for specialized interests. They like fashionable goods that resemble those that more materially wealthy individuals would buy.
Geo lifestyle analysis. is a state-of-the-art geodemographic classification system from the Nielsen Company that merges U.S. census data with extensive data on product consumption and media usage patterns. The output is a set of 66 lifestyle segments. Each household in the United States can be profiled in terms of these lifestyle groups. The logic of geodemographic analysis is as follows. People with similar cultural backgrounds, means, and perspective naturally gravitate toward one another. They choose to live amongst their peers in neighborhoods offering affordable advantages and compatible lifestyle. When settled in, people naturally emulate their neighbors. They adopt similar social values, tastes, and expectations. They exhibit shared patterns of consumer behavior toward products, services, media, and promotions. PRISM Social and Life Stage Groups. PRISM organizes its 66 individual segments into broader social and life stage groups. The broader social groupings are based on urbanicity. Urbanicity is determined by population density, relates to where people live, and is strongly related to the lifestyle people lead. The four major social groups are urban, suburban, second city, town, and rural. The broadest life stages groups are based on age and the presence of children. As we saw in Chapter 6, these factors strongly influence consumption patterns and lifestyle. The three major life stage groups are younger years, family life, mature years.
Sample PRISM segment. We briefly describe 6 specific segments and use them in demonstrating how PRISM can be used in developing a successful marketing strategy. Number 1. Young Degree. Urban/younger years, PRISM segment 4. The young degree are tech-savvy and live in fashionable neighborhoods on the urban fringe. Number 2. Blue blood states, suburban/family, PRISM segment 2. This is a family portrait of suburban wealth, a place of million-dollar homes and manicured lawns, high-end cars, and exclusive private clubs. Number 3. Big fish, small pond. Town matured PRISM segment number 9. Older upper class, college-educated professionals, and members of Big Fish, Small Pond are often among leading citizens of their small town communities.
Number 4. Pools and patios, suburban mature PRISM segment. Formed during the post-war baby boom, pools and patios was evolved from a segment of young suburban families to one for older and empty-nesting couples. Number 5. Young and rustic. Town younger years PRISM segment. Young and rustic is composed of middle-aged, restless singles. These folks tend to be lower middle income and high school educated, and live in tiny apartments in the nation's exurban towns. Number 6. Golden Pans. Town mature PRISM segment. Golden Pans is mostly a retirement lifestyle dominated by downscale singles and couple over 65 years old. An application of PRISM. Marketing a Las Vegas casino. A Las Vegas casino used PRISM to identify its core consumers and markets and identify opportunities for future growth. It categorized each consumer into 66 segments, including young degree, big fish, small pond, and pools and patios. It also looked at which segments were least attractive for its business, such as young and rustic and golden pans. Finally, it searched for attractive segments that held opportunity but were currently being under-leveraged, such as the blue blood estates. By understanding its core consumers and where households that looked like them existed in target markets, the casino was successful in attracting new and profitable consumers in a cost-effective manner.
International lifestyle.
The VALS and PRISM systems presented in this chapter are oriented to the United States with systems for Japan and the United Kingdom. However, marketing is increasingly a global activity, and marketers can develop cross-cultural strategies around lifestyle segments. 6 global lifestyle segments were uncovered by their survey. Table 12 to 5 lists them, while all of the countries examined have these categories, and the percentage of the population in each the groups varies by nation. For instance, there are many subscribers in Asia apart from.
Summary LO1.
The self-concept is important to marketers because consumers use products to express, maintain, and enhance their self-concepts, and marketers use it to characterize individuals and cultures by whether they have an independent or interdependent self-concept. Marketers can use products and brands to enhance or maintain an individual self-concept depending on the ideal and actual self-concepts. LO2. Lifestyle is a function of a person's individual characteristics shaped through social interaction and is made operationally useful by assessing lifestyle. So, lifestyle measures can be macro or micro to measure attitudes and behaviors. Measures of lifestyle can be large-scale, reflect the general way that people live, or micro and enumerate their stances and actions in regard to a particular product or activity. LO3. Lifestyle measurements can be constructed with varying degrees of specificity. Persia and Experian conducted lifestyle segmentation studies to compare attitudes, usage, and adoption of emerging technologies.
LO4.
Marketers can use general lifestyle approaches to develop marketing strategies such as FALS and PRISM, which divide the United States into 8 groups based on 2 dimensions: ideals, achievements, and self-expressions. So, PRISM is a system that analyzes consumption and demographic data to pinpoint lifestyle categories based on socioeconomic class and stage of life.
LO5. Roper Starch Worldwide conducted a survey to develop 6 global lifestyle segments based on core values.